I'm just increasing my screen size here real quick. For some reason, it's shrinking. There we go. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm going to go through a roll call just to make sure that all of our new hires are here with us today. So if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to call out some names and we'll see who has joined us at this point. I know a few people were having a little trouble this morning and maybe late joiners to our call today. First off, I'm showing Cynthia Brown. Cynthia, I think you're on the call today.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I sure can. Good morning. Hello.
Hi. I don't know how to use this program, so you might have to help me.
Oh, that's fine. It looks to me like you're doing just fine. I can kind of see you there in your picture and I can certainly hear you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. How about Cynthia Adcock? Cynthia. Or Cindy. Might go by Cindy. Oh, I see you, Cindy. Yes, I can't hear you. Please make sure you know where your microphone is. You might need to click on it in order for me to be able to hear you. If it has a line through it, it's telling you you're on mute. But I can see you. I have you accounted for. Thank you. How about Kenneth Hole? Kenneth, have you been able to join the call? Go through my people screen. No. Okay. Michelle Guerin? Michelle? Michelle. Oh, I see you waving. Okay. Also, maybe try to find your microphone and that will allow me to hear you anytime you want to share something today. Jennifer Gardner. Jennifer.
I'm here.
Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. Welcome to LNR.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm also showing Lindsay Degree. Lindsay, are you on the call today?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, good morning, Lindsay. Welcome to LNR. Okay, I have, sorry, I think it's Michael Donovan.
Good morning.
Oh, I think I heard him. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm here.
Okay, I think I'm hearing good morning, I'm here. I can't see you though, Michael, so, or Mike, perhaps you go by Mike. If you can find your camera and come on screen with us. I will ask that everyone stay on video throughout our training today. I love it because it keeps it more personal. We can see one another, you get to meet your new colleagues. And as we begin to dialogue, it just makes it more pleasant when you're seeing who it is who's sharing or chatting. All right, so if you can find your video screens, let's go for it as well as your mics, please. Thank you, Mike. I have you accounted for. Karen Capizzi. Karen? Karen, I see a thumbs up. So Karen, can you wave? I'm not sure which one you are in my screen up here. Or can I not see you yet? All right, Karen, do me a favor as well. Please try to find that video camera. All right. How about Michelle Chartier?
Chartier.
Thank you, Michelle. I like that. I appreciate it. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, Cindy just left me a chat. Let me flip over there real quick. Located my mic and turned it on, but it may not be responding. I can hear you. I can also use the chat box. Lovely. All right, Cindy, it sounds like you are set up for success. I will keep my chat open once we start working through all the content today. So thank you. Let's see, Donna Tortoro. Donna? I see someone waving. I think that's you, Donna. Good morning and welcome to LNR. How about Damara? Damara Arsani? Hi, good morning.
Hi,
what is it?
Arsanis.
Arsanis, thank you.
Yes.
Sometimes I get names and I'm so sorry if I butcher them. I look over my list before class begins and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to say that last name or that first name sometimes. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Welcome, Damara.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How about Tammy Collins? Tammy, have you been able to join the call? I see a TC on my screen.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Tammy. Is your video camera working?
Yes.
Lovely. Oh, there you are. Oh, Tammy, you're driving. Are you?
No, I'm
heading-
sitting. I'm sitting.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
driving.
you're, all right. Okay, as long as you're safe out there in your vehicle. Maria Espiritu. Maria,
I'm here.
good morning. Hi, Maria. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay, let me just backtrack here real quick. Has Kenneth joined the call? Kenneth Hull? I think he's the only one we're missing for the day. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, terrific. We have a nice size class today, everyone. Again, I will ask you to please stay on video throughout the training today. With that said, do me a favor. So we're all in different locations, but we're not sitting in an office. So make sure you're comfortable. If you need to shove that pillow behind your back or change positions, feel free to do so, right? That's one of the nice perks about getting to attend our new hire training in this type of a setup, is that generally we're at home and we get to be comfy. Also, do me a favor if you want to grab a beverage, non-alcoholic, of course, right? But some type of beverage throughout the day. If you get hungry and want to grab a snack or your lunch, please feel free to do so as well. You're not going to bother me in the slightest. A few other things, do me a favor and have a pen and paper handy, please. There will be a couple of times throughout training today where I will recommend, hey, why don't you write this down for future reference? With that said, though, I'll let you know, after training today, before the end of my day, and I'm on the West Coast, before the end of the day, I will be sending each of you an email that contains all 3 training decks from today. I do that so it minimizes the amount of notes that you'll have to take throughout the day. And also, some of it contains how-to steps or phone numbers, emails. You will then have it to refer back to down the road, right? So I find that many of our new hires seems like that's a nice piece for them to have down the road to refer to, just to have handy just in case. So that will come your way after class today. Let's see, the other thing is, please do me a favor, anytime you have questions or comments or want to share a personal story, feel free to do so. Just click on that mic symbol. It will take you off of mute and we will all be able to hear you, right? I don't mind being interrupted, so don't let that hold you back, all right? Today is all about you. Today is the first day on the job. Today is the day where you're going to learn about L&R, your new job with us, who we are, how we function, what our product is, some of the tools we use, physical and online, etc. Today is kind of that data dump day, if you will, right? It's the foundation. Today is the day when you walk out of wherever you are to your family or your peers or your friends and they go, hey, how did that first day on the job go for you, today with L&R? And you go, oh my goodness, just let me rest my brain. There was a lot more information than what I thought I was going to hear. That's kind of what today's going to be. A lot of information. Many of you have been doing this for years. Some of you not so many. But no matter what, L&R is a new company for you. So it's learning our ways, learning the product, learning your retail accounts. Please give yourselves grace. The subject matter experts say when you take on a new job, you should allow up to 4 weeks before you really feel like, okay, I own this, I've got this, I'm good, I'm settled. All right. So no matter what, no matter how much experience you bring to the table today, give yourselves grace through this process, have patience, take a lot of notes, ask a lot of questions, right? The goal for us here with L&R is to educate you verbally, audibly, as you're going to receive today, hands-on, which is what you'll receive during your field training, right? Lots of follow-up with you via email, texting, phone calls to see how you're doing out there. All right. We really want to ensure that we're setting you up for success. Merchandising is a wonderful job in that you don't have us breathing over your shoulder, like your manager's not right there next to you, breathing over your shoulder on a daily basis. And some of us love that. We have some space, some flexibility. You get to be in charge of your schedule. You'll be assigned stores, unless you're a floater, of course. You'll be assigned stores with certain call cycles telling you when you need to show up. But other than that, you're going to be writing out your work schedule. And you'll be able to really mirror that and blend it with your personal schedule, which is one thing that lots of our reps appreciate. Okay, but with that said, before we can get there, we need to give you the fundamentals and we need to lay that foundation for you. So that's what today is about. We're going to be together about 5.5 hours. First off, we're going to start with orientation, meeting the company, looking at our dress codes, our SOPs, some of those types of things. That will be in our content early this morning. Then we're going to be taking a 15-minute break where you get to get up, wiggle jiggle, do some cartwheels, whatever you feel like. We'll come back together and then we're going to go through merchandising. Now in merchandising, I'll introduce you to some of the online tools that you'll be using, as well as just the generic things you'll need to know when it comes to, hey, how do I function with this? Or how do I write my schedule? So we'll cover that in Merchandising 101. From there, we'll take our last 15-minute break. When we come back from that break, we are going to jump onto my tablet, which I will load onto the screens in front of you, and I'll take you through some of the key applications, screens, fundamentals of the tablet that you will be using when you're out in the field. Now, I'm not going to show you everything and anything this tablet has the capability of doing. We'd be here for hours, my friends. But I am going to show you some of those key things, and that's about 1.5 hours or so. All right, hopefully technology is my friend today, so we can finish and move through the content promptly. Sometimes it's not my friend and I have to refresh over and over. So we'll see how today goes for us when we get there. All right. Once we're done with all 3 sessions, I'll conclude it. I'll give you your total training time so you can put that on your timesheets that you received in your Welcome to L&R email. And then I'll be handing you over to the field. The way we've set up this week for you. Yesterday was basically your first day on the job, but you didn't really attend any training, if you will. You received in your email Treliant training. That came to each of you from do not reply @Treliant.com. And you might want to check your junk or spam if you haven't seen it yet. It was sent out, I believe, yesterday morning. Sometimes it gets sent the Friday before, so double check yourselves. I keep saying info, and that's Repsley. Do not reply @Treliant.com. It contains 2 videos, so you will be watching the videos one at a time, answer a few questions, and at the end of it, you'll receive a certificate of completion. Now, Treliant is our state mandated training. All right. This is how we ensure that you get the information regarding discrimination, sexual harassment, etc. Other companies, well, they do it in a classroom setting like this. We don't. We send it to you in an email, allow you to work through the 2 different videos. You'll be clocking your time and putting that time on your timesheets. It's paid time. Okay, please make sure you complete both of those videos this week. Some of you maybe already have completed them, but you want to get it done this week, please. All right, maybe you have also received an email from CSS. That stands for Customer Sales Support. CSS at LR D as in David, DIST.com. Right? If you receive this email, again, double check your spam or your junk. You want to go ahead and open that email and set up your LR iNet. The iNet is a tool that you'll use regularly once you get up and running, because that's where we post our planograms, as well as obsolete lists, new item lists, structural changes, etc., etc. It's a tool we use with L&R to help keep all of our associates informed and connected. So you'll want to get that set up this week as well, and setting up your iNet is also paid time. Now, don't worry, my friends, I'll be giving you a new hire checklist that goes through all the different things that you want to make sure that you complete in this week. It will tell you what you get paid for and how you charge for it. And I'll give that to you in this morning's session. All right, so you will have that. I don't want to leave you just hanging going, wait, that was a lot of it. That was several things that Linda just gave us and I didn't get it all written down properly. Don't worry, I've got it in writing for you. Okay, so then today is Tuesday. So today you're going through your orientation. You'll be clocking today on your timesheet. Tomorrow, and maybe you might finish Treliant, so you may have something else you put on your timesheet. Then tomorrow, you're going to be receiving an activation link. This activation link will come to you in an email, and you're going to need it in order to set up your tablets. All right, you're going to activate a software called Repsly, R-E-P-S-L-Y, Repsly. This email will come to you from info, I-N-F-O, at repsly.com. Right? Again, I check your spam or junk just to be sure. That will come to you tomorrow. So don't be looking for it now. Info at Repsly gets sent to you tomorrow morning. And you will need that email to activate Repsly on the tablet. Now, sometimes people get a little confused because unfortunately Repsly's email is a little confusing. They allude to the fact that you can load Repsly on your personal phone. Please don't do this. Only load Repsly and activate it on the tablet. This is the only place that matters. All right, and we can only set it up on one device, so it needs to be your tablet, please. Okay. Your tablet should be arriving tomorrow. Some of you, I noticed in looking earlier this morning, you're not getting it until Thursday. All right, that's all right. Just be in communication with your district manager. Let them know, hey, I don't have my tablet yet. I haven't received my welcome kit yet, and that's okay. Your district manager may want to start you out in the field and just do some job shadowing until you have your tablet set up. Or they may choose to wait until you have your equipment all ready to go. Right? They'll let you know what their preference is and what they'd like to do as far as your field training schedule is concerned. Okay, so that takes care of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Also tomorrow, you should get some type of correspondence from your new district manager. Your district manager is your immediate supervisor. All right, that too can be paid time. You're working for LNR, you're having a phone call with them. Maybe it's a face-to-face chat like this. No matter what, keep track of it and you get to charge for that time. When you're working for LNR, you're paid. Whether you're in a store or you're home, you're paid. But if you're working from home, you need to make sure that you're keeping track of it because your tablet never will do that for you. Okay, and then you'll actually go onto your tablet or onto your timesheet and keep track of things. Clock it so that you can get paid. So there we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All three of those days, you're going to be clocking your work on what we call a timesheet, which I'll introduce to you today. We do this so that you can get paid and start keeping track on a legal document of everything you've done for LNR so far. Once you activate your tablets, then we ask you to please stop using a timesheet, submit it to Cindy Beatty is her name. Don't worry, I'll give you her information. So you'll submit your timesheet to Cindy, and then you'll jump over onto your tablet, and from that point forward, everything you do for LNR will be tracked and entered on the tablet. So the timesheet is just a temporary fix for this week. Okay. How's all that? Okay, Michelle, am I losing you or is it too much already?
No. I'm right on top with you.
Lovely. I love that. I also see some sunshine, it looks like, coming through your back window. That's very nice to see. It looks really bright in your space.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In fact, I have a little sunshine today, which is exciting because yesterday it poured down snow all day here at my house. So I'm happy to see the sun coming through my side window. Okay, my friends, so that is an introduction to what you should be expecting for this week. Next week, you'll be in the field. So you'll be working with either a field trainer or perhaps even your district manager, and they'll be taking you through your field training. That's your hands-on training. Some of you might just need a day of field training. Some of you may need a week. It all depends on how many stores have been assigned to you, how quickly do you feel comfortable with your new tablet and your scanner. All right, how quickly are you picking up on the processes within your stores? And those things will determine how much time you need for your field training. Now, my friends, use your field training, okay? Ask those questions. Put those trainers to work. They are also there to help set you up for success. So make sure that you ask everything and anything that you feel is necessary, right? No question's a silly question. Okay, so field training comes next. Once you complete your field training between you and your field trainer, you'll complete a checklist and then they will set you free to the field. After that, it'll be more follow-up with you from your field trainer, from your district managers, myself. We'll all be checking in with you periodically to see how things are going for you. All right. Any questions about what I've shared with you so far? Okay. Has anyone worked with a Samsung tablet in any of your prior jobs? Okay, I think, Lindsay, I think you said yes, you have? Yes, okay. Are you still using a tablet in this other job, or are you no longer there?
No, I'm no longer there.
Okay, but you have that experience. All right. So see, for Lindsay, you probably will pick this up rather quickly. It'll just be picking up on what are the LNR steps. So, oh, you're back on mute.
I've used Repsly before too.
Oh, that's fabulous. Your head's again ahead of things then. So when it comes time to getting on the tablet, again, I would just really hone in on when you see things that might be LNR specific. It's the same software that you would have found when you worked on it before. We may have just added some bells and whistles here and there, or extra steps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before I used it on my phone for Red Baron Pizza.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one before. Okay, great. All right, so you have experience, tablet, and with Repsly. All right. Oh, man, that's going to make Nicolette quite happy, your district manager. Lovely.
Well, I got brought on as a senior merchandiser as a trainer, so.
Oh, terrific. Unfortunately, they forgot to tell me this. I didn't have that down. I just had that you were full-time.
Yeah.
My apologies. Okay, well, Lindsay, down the road, I will be offering you some additional training, which will be Senior Field Merchandiser, SFM, training. And I'll take you through some leadership training as well as a Train the Trainer course.
Cool.
All right,
Great.
so I will make sure I transfer your name over to that list. I'll be offering the class next month.
Okay.
Okay, terrific. I have that here in my notes then. Anyone else familiar with the tablet? Cindy asked me, do you need tablet to do iNet? No, you do not. No, you can set up your iNet without the tablet. And then when you get your tablet, you'll want to set it up on your tablet as well. You can use the same username and the same password to set the iNet up on your phones, on your home computers, and the tablet. Okay, so no, you can set it up now and then put it on your tablet when you get it. Great question. Thank you, Cindy. Let's see. How different is this tablet than any other tablet? Well, to be quite honest with you, Cindy, I really don't know. Yikes. We have, I'm not tablet savvy. I don't use a tablet other than with LNR. This is a Samsung tablet preloaded with the Repsly software. So if you've worked on a tablet in other positions, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty similar to that, just a difference in the software. All right. For the most part, tablets are the same. You know, many parents get tablets for their kiddos or for their families, if you will. This tablet isn't any different except that it has been set up for LNR use, again, with the Repsly software. All right. Okay. And the nice thing about tablets is they're very similar to our phones. A lot of the functions are very similar to your cell phones. So, when you first get a new phone, you spend time learning it and playing with it and, touching all the buttons and so on. This isn't any different. When you get your tablets activated, start playing with them, because the more you handle them and work with them, the more comfortable you're going to become, and it will happen sooner than later. So that's a nice feature. All right. So don't be shy of your tablets. Okay. Any questions for me at this point in time? No, everyone's doing all right. Okay. And Tammy, now I still cannot see you. So I'm not sure if you don't have a camera or if you're still working on it. Karen, I did see your note to me. I do not have a camera video access, but you can hear me. So we're set up there. All right. So what I'd like to do now, my friends, is we're going to go ahead and dive into the content for the day. We are going to begin with new hire orientation material. So hopefully you can all see my slide and you'll be able to move along with me. Who is LNR? Well, some of you might have done a little research before you decided to apply with us. Some of you may have a friend or a family member who works with us and you've learned a little bit from them. Here is some detail for you. LNR was founded back in 1956. Our headquarters today and our CEO, they are both in Brooklyn, New York, and our CEO is Jim Athey. We have many lines of businesses that come out of our Brooklyn, New York headquarters office. However, there are also those like myself who work in satellite offices around the United States. So do me a favor and remember, when you go to contact someone, pay attention to what time zone they're in, because several of us are out here on the West Coast, while, as you can tell, our headquarters and many others are back on the East Coast. All right. Cindy Beatty, a name that I already threw out there to you, why she's located in Arizona. She doesn't even go through daylight savings. So you really want to know who it is you're reaching out to and where they're located before you send that email or make that phone call. Now, LNR is the largest growing national distributor, and we are the 6th largest purchaser of cosmetics in the United States. We are the leading cosmetic distributor in North America with over 25 brands and over 8,000 SKUs. We provide direct delivery service to a variety of supermarkets, independent pharmaceutical chains, and through our e-commerce site. We now distribute over 40,000 items. So my friends, what it comes down to is, where do you live in the US and which retail accounts will you be servicing? That will determine the product you'll be handling. So for instance, if you're out here on the West Coast and you have an Albertsons or a Safeway or a Hagen, you're going to be working with cosmetics and toys and goodie hair accessories, apothecary, basically this entire list in front of you. Right? If you're working in a Kroger account, you're going to be working with trial travel set, you'll have Pasha soap, you'll have skin line, you'll have cosmetics. So it really does determine on your retail accounts and where you live. Michelle, go right ahead.
Linda, excuse me for interrupting. Should I be able to see your screen at this point?
Yes, you should.
And how would I make that happen?
On your screens you have in front of you, sometimes you have to click on, there's 3 dots and you have to go into the more to open it up. Some people actually have to go to, and sometimes it's at the bottom of your screen. It's where your toolbar is. Some people click actually on my picture and it opens up the slide deck for them. Anybody else have to do something different that could help Michelle? No. And sometimes, Michelle, unfortunately, it's a connection issue, so people have to disconnect and then rejoin the meeting, and then it pops up for them.
I'll find my way through it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. It really, there's a few different ways people test it and it comes up. If you find that you pressed everything, you can't get it to come up, go ahead and, oh, and Cindy says number at the bottom with arrows.
I see.
Okay, great, Cindy. Thank you for adding that piece. So maybe that will help Michelle.
Got it. Thank you.
Ah, that's grand. Good. Okay, lovely. All right, my friends. So moving on from the product that you could be shelving and using and handling, we are able to send out the product to you through our 3 regional warehouses. Now, our distribution centers, DCs, these are located in Arkansas, New Jersey, and Nevada. You'll receive your product from these warehouses, and should you have a return down the road or credit, you'll be shipping back that product to your assigned warehouse. Those of you out on the East Coast, you're going to draw and use New Jersey's. Excuse me, if you're in the central US, you'll use Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And if you're out here on the West Coast, you'll be drawing from Sparks, Nevada. Currently, here with L&R, we employ over 1,134 employees, and that's true across the nation. So that's all divisions with L&R. We also have an increasing number of over 600 field rep merchandisers. Right now that we're adding Lindsay to our account, we're going to jump from 62 to 63 senior field merchandisers across the U.S. We have multiple district managers, and then we have 3 regional managers. I'll show you that graph in just a moment. Just like other companies, we have an employee handbook. If you have not spent any time in ADP for L&R, I'd recommend that you jump on there. In ADP is where we post your payroll information. The employee handbook is there. What else is posted in there? Different forms that you might need, like for personal information changes, etc. So spend a little time in ADP, see what's there. Oh, and your benefits. The benefit information is in ADP. Whether you're full-time or part-time, you'll have certain benefits offered to you. We also have our mission statement located in our employee handbook. Our mission statement with L&R is made up of 10 core leadership principles. Now, I'm not going to take you through those 10 core today. I'm going to leave that up to your district manager to take you through those 10. But I am sharing with you our vision. L&R's vision is to be designers of the ultimate shopping experience for our customers' customers. Now, the first set of customers, why? Those are your retail accounts, your grocery stores. The second set of customers, those are the grocery shoppers. Your goal, please meet and exceed the expectations of both sets of customers. And that, my friends, is our vision. All right. You can also find that in ADP if you ever want to remember what it is. In the deck that I'm going to send to you, I'm including a page that gives you 30 years of stewardship. Sometimes we have history buffs in our training and they want to know a little bit more about the company that they're working with. So I'm including the page. If you want to read through it on your own, go for it. It's there for you. Next, I have your new org chart. This flow chart is specifically for merchandising, your new division with L&R. Starting in the second box down from the top where my cursor is, we have our VP, and the VP of merchandising, his name is John Montero. He lives back east and works back east. He does office out of the headquarters building, but he's in that general vicinity. Reporting to John is the director of merchandising, and his name is Mike Wiltgen. Mike is officed out of Texas. Right? Mike is also notorious for showing up in stores and working beside our reps, working out there with district managers, etc. So if someday you have the opportunity to meet somebody who shows up next to you and says, "Hi, I'm Mike," you'll know he's our director. Reporting to Mike are 3 regional managers. And moving forward, everyone, in your emails and correspondence, you'll see that we refer to this position as an RM. Our regional managers are responsible for everything and anything that goes on in their region. All right, whether it has to do with budget, with the retail accounts, with staffing, with the product, it really doesn't matter. They have their hands in it. All right, very responsible, high energy, motivated, multitasking individuals. All three of these individuals, again, are not apprehensive to jump into the field and help out when necessary. So if you're back on the east, in the eastern region, you'll be tearing up to Bridget. If you're in the central region, you'll tear up to Shelley. And in the western region, you'll tear up to Rich. Now, reporting to our regional managers, we have district managers. Again, moving forward, we will refer to these individuals as DMs. DMs. All of you on my call today will report to a DM. They will be your immediate supervisor. They are your number one go-to for everything and anything going on. All right, that is your district manager, your supervisor. Our district managers are spread out across 46 of the US states, high energy, motivated, multitasking individuals. They too jump into stores when necessary, work out of home offices to manage the bottom line. They make sure that we're meeting call compliances, that we're working stores when we need to. We're keeping our sets full and making sure that they mirror the design that has been implemented and assigned to that particular store, etc. All right, your district managers are the ones who are going to be reaching out to you later this week, and maybe they already have. Most of them send out a welcome email to their new hires the Friday before, so last Friday. Tiering to our district manager, we have 3 positions. Some of you, if you're in the central region, you may also have a manager who is an area manager. We tend to have more area managers in the central region than anywhere else. Our area manager's focus is really on field operations. So they're doing the same functionalities as the DM, but just on a little bit smaller scale where they're focusing on what's happening in the field versus that bottom line. Reporting to these positions, we have the senior field merchandiser, an SFM, and we have the field rep merchandiser. So the SFM's position is to be the subject matter expert. This is our field trainer. We rely heavily on this position to travel around the territory, ensure the sets all look correctly, sometimes perform audits when necessary, go in and save the day if a remodel or a reset was built incorrectly. If it was really botched, we might send in an SFM, but we also travel our SFMs around to train up all new hires. All right, so that is our SFM. Our field rep merchandisers, well, they too are subject matter experts. This position is the ambassador of LNR. They're out in the field, they're meeting with store directors and their management team, and they're representing LNR to the customer. Those of you in this position, you will be the eyes and ears for LNR. We ask 2 things of you specifically. Please be proactive. Please don't sit back and think, oh, someone else will take care of that broken tray, or someone else is going to clean up that spillage. All right. Be proactive. Be proactive with your stores and be proactive with LNR. Number 2 is please be an over-communicator. Ensure that LNR understands what's going on out in your stores. Did your store put restrictions on you? Okay. Are they preventing you from being able to do something? Are they letting you know that you have a corporate walkthrough coming up in a week and you need to do some extra work in there? So over communicate with LNR, and the same goes with your stores. If you have delayed orders or partial deliveries, or you know of a major reset, okay, coming up, communicate those items to your stores so they understand what's happening with your sets. All right, they're not thinking, well, I haven't seen my LNR rep in a while. What's going on? Well, maybe you only service that store once every 3 weeks, so they're not going to see you very often. Or maybe they're wondering why you have so many out of stocks in your set. maybe it's out of stock with the company. We can't get it from the vendor. So that particular space has to stay empty until we can get it in. All right. So explain to the stores what's going on from the L&R perspective, and then do the same with us, please. All right. Now, up here in this little floating bubble, we have Cindy Beatty. Again, I'll be giving you more information on her in a little bit. She's in Arizona. And then, of course, myself. I live right on the state line of Idaho and Washington, up towards the Canadian border. And I'm the training manager. I support our company if they need training anywhere and anywhere, or everywhere. But I specifically hone in on the merchandising division. Okay. I do come to you with lots of experience. I too have been a rep. I've been a district manager. I've worked in your shoes. I've been in training and development for probably over 30 years. I started off, graduated with my master's from university. I went on to work with Disney and moved up to a director with them. And then I moved in and started a training and development division to support the resort recreation division for Disney. So I have been doing this for years. At that point in time, down the road, I moved over to Ireland with our family, and we lived abroad with our kids for a while. That was just shy of 5 years. Decided it was time to come back. And I worked with Starbucks in management for a while, did some training with them, did some managing with them, and eventually landed here with L&R. So I'm a good resource and available to you even down the road. Should you have questions, save my name, save my number. I'm happy to assist you as you move on this journey. All right. That, my friends, is your organizational flow chart for the merchandising division here with L&R. Now, what I have in front of each of you is your job description. All right, Lindsay, yours is going to be a little bit different. Generally, if I know I have an SFM on the call, I would post that. So my apologies. I don't have that for you today, but I will send it out to you. Okay, this is the field merchandiser job description. I am going to run through the bullet points to ensure there's no hidden surprises for you. At the top, we start with please service store routes according to the assigned call frequencies, working closely with your L&R district manager and senior field merchandisers. Number 2, please place orders for required inventory according to store ordering guidelines, using, of course, your company's supplied tablet and wireless Bluetooth scanner. Please follow a specific store visit process, including merchandising delivery from a previous order you've written, filling out task forms, taking pictures, writing orders, meeting those demands, whether it's peak season or not. You soon will learn, okay, I need to keep my store full during the holiday. It needs to look like this, but then backs off a little bit, slows down. So I'll slow down a little bit on my inventory that I'm supplying. Okay, you'll soon discover what that demand looks like in the stores assigned to you. Now here with L&R, it's a one-man show. So the stores that have been assigned to you are yours. Top to bottom, side to side, you will be responsible for them. We don't work in tandem. So if there's a promotional item shipped in, if there's a reset being done, your regular service calls, all of that will fall on your shoulders. Resets, if they're a major reset, we tend to contract out a third party. And your district managers will give you all the information on that. They'll let you know, hey, don't worry, you're not completing this reset. We're bringing in a third party. They're going to, do X, Y, and Z. This is the schedule, blah, blah, blah. The smaller resets, from time to time, you will be completing yourselves. All right, so during your field training, my friends, if you've never really worked in a grocery store and you're not familiar with how to adjust shelves or pegs or overlays, and you're not even sure what the language is, make sure your field trainers show you this, please. Okay, because it could happen from time to time. You're also going to be involved in what we call pull-and plugs. Is this a new term for anyone on the call? Yes, I see some heads nodding. Okay, terrific. Let me just explain that to you. So a pull and plug is when you have obsolete discontinued items in your sets, your inline sets, and you're going to be removing them because L&R has either auto shipped you new product to fill into those blank holes to replace that disco product, or you're going to create maybe a double facing if we're permitted to in that retail account. But you're going to pull the obsolete discontinued, get the tags all rearranged, make it look presentable. Okay. And that's what you're doing in roughly 30 minutes to maybe an hour, hour and a half. It's short, it's sweet, and it does not have a new planogram to go with it. Planogram is like a schematic. Some of you might know that term. If you're not familiar with either of those, it's like a blueprint. So the first page shows you what your set should look like, and all the pages after that explain where your product should go, how you need to set it up. It gives you the details about the product. That is a planogram. And FYI, here at LNR, we call it a POG, P-O-G. Okay, so a pull and plug will not have a brand new planogram. It's just get rid of the obsolete discontinued, fill it in if you have new product. If you're allowed to double face, do so. Otherwise, you're going to leave that hole. Just remove the tag and give it to the store so they'll remove it from their inventory count. Okay, that is a pull and plug. Reset is much more. It always has a new planogram to accompany it. Shelves might be moved. Pegs and overlays get moved. Product is pulled. New products put in. Lots and lots of changes. And you always involve the price tag coordinator in the store because they're going to need to rescribe it and put up new tags. Did I go too fast through that? Does anyone have any questions about either or?
Price tag, and then there's another word.
I said price tag coordinator. Is that the word?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Michelle, the price tag coordinator has a few different titles depending on the account you work with, but they oversee the team who hangs all the price tags in the store. So even if you guys make one single change to your sets, you need to go let them know, because they'll come to that set and it's called scribing. They'll rescribe the whole set so their price tags come out in sequential order for them.
And if I
So we
could-
don't do anything with that. That's all them.
That's all them. What your role is communicate to them.
Right.
Now, if you are going to complete a reset, like let's say a toy set, it's only 3 feet. Okay.
Right.
So maybe you're going to do the reset of the toys. If you know in advance and you can let that price tag coordinator know, hey, here's the new planogram. Here's the number. Each planogram has an ID number associated. Give them the number of the planogram you're going to be using. A lot of times our price tag coordinators will pre-print the tags for you and have them there the day you're going to go complete it. If they do, then you can hang those.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, everyone. So yes, so you could be involved with it, but for the most part, they will hang the tags.
And that person works within that store.
Yes, they are part of the management team in your stores. Does not matter what the account is. They could be called a price tag coordinator. They might be called a scan tag coordinator.
Okay.
Or they could be called a file maintenance manager. Okay?
Yeah.
So they have 3 different titles depending on the account. All right. And I'll give you those 5 management people that you're going to want to know in your stores. Michelle, did I answer that question for you? I think you were asking me another question.
It's acceptable to leave a peg empty if you don't have the product?
It is depending on the retail account. Okay. And your field trainers will enlighten you on what that looks like.
Okay, thank you.
With Kroger, they're beginning to ask us, don't fill in that hole. Don't do a double facing. Okay. Other accounts like Safeway Albertsons used to have us pull the tag and create a double face. So it really depends on the account that you're working with. I mean, we have, Cubbies and Hy-Vee and Hannaford. I mean, we have so many out there. I'm going to leave that answer up to your field trainer to tell you what you need to do in there because it does change. Good question. Thank you for that. Okay. I'm missing some things over here. Number at the bottom. Oh, thank you. Cindy also has double face, same product in 2 spots. Yes, thank you for that clarification, Cindy. When we create a double facing, you're taking the item on the left and you're making 2 rows or 2 peg lines of that same item. So we double face left to right with that item to fill the hole. Whether it's on a peg or in a slot or on the shelf, that's a double face. Okay, all right, so moving on then, we have please maintain knowledge of current sales, promotions, and policies regarding invoicing, exchanges, and returns. Again, a lot of this information will come to you when necessary from your district managers. Please be familiar with your planograms. Your field trainers are going to show you how to find a planogram on your tablet, how to access it, and then how to read it. Sometimes we've been using planograms with other companies, but they may not read the same way as our LNR ones do. So you want to make sure you understand how to read a planogram because you're going to be using them frequently. All right. Okay, next we have establish and maintain a professional rapport and communication with your store management team. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are 5 positions in your store. We'd like for you to know who they are and they know you. Those 5 include your store receiver. They usually have an office or kind of a cage, if you will, like wire fencing around them. They're located in the back. They're the ones who receive product, check it in, and pay for it. You also want to know your HB manager, who could be called a general manager. And now I've been told they have even a newer title called a drug GM. So if you're working in Kroger, I understand their title has changed to a drug GM. All right. And that is the manager who oversees the health and beauty sections that you'll be working. Next, you'll have an assistant store director who oversees health and beauty. So you'll want to know who they are. Generally, they work in the afternoons, you know, late mornings, afternoons. So you'll want to know who they are because they can sign off on a variety of forms for you. Of course, it would be real nice if you know who your store director is. Okay, don't be intimidated by those store directors. Remember, we're all human beings. We're all there for the success of the customers. So try to get to know who they are. And then, of course, the last position is the file maintenance manager, that scan tag coordinator. And those are the 5 that you'll be working closely with. I see some people still writing notes, so everybody get that? Are you all good? Beautiful. Okay. Okay, moving on then. Please clean and organize display cases, overlays, products, and shelves. Never assume the store is going to maintain your sets for you. Never. They don't have time. All right. Every time you go to a store, just count on it that you're going to first have to condition your sets. You're going to have to put product back where it goes, right behind the correct price tag. You're probably going to find product thrown in your sets that isn't even yours. Throw it in a grocery cart, take it up to customer service. All right. You're not responsible to put it away in your stores. Okay. You're going to need to dust and wipe down sets. You may want to carry some plastic rubber gloves with you. Sometimes we find like half-eaten raw chicken bones, half-eaten hard donuts. I mean, it's pretty gross what we can find in our sets. Lindsay's laughing. It is kind of funny, but it's not when you're the one grabbing in and cleaning it. So just be prepared, you know, come prepared for whatever you could run into and you'll be all good. But you will need to wipe down your sets on a regular basis. Our customers pay full price point usually for the item. No one wants to grab packaging that's covered in like black spew or gook, right? We want it to look presentable. All right, moving down our list, please be efficient in time and timely in your communication, whether it's with your stores or with LNR. All right. Real quick, Cindy's asking me cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies are there at your stores. We recommend you use what the stores have for you to use because it meets hazmat and OSHA requirements. No need to bring in cleaning chemicals from home. In fact, we prefer you not. We do have some reps out there who will use like the non-scented, non-alcoholic wipes, you know, to kind of wipe down, especially in the cosmetic area. You don't need to bring those things in. We are shipping you a duster, we're shipping you a box cutter. And other than that, really the supplies you're going to need are there at the store. Mops, brooms, you know, anything you're going to need. Okay, and we prefer you do that. Okay, so please stay current with your communication, whether you're full-time or part-time. Be timely in your communication with your stores and LNR. Now, I'll leave you with this when it comes to job description. You're new with LNR. You're going to find out very quickly, if you haven't already, we are an email company. Okay, we are so spread out, you guys. Lots of information needs to be shared with you at a pretty rapid pace. If you're not an emailer, I'd recommend developing yourselves. Okay, set aside your time. Maybe choose Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 minutes a day. You're going to check on your emails. You finished a store a little earlier on your tablet, jump on your email, make sure everything you're all caught up on, and then head off to your next store. Okay, stay current with the email correspondence. It's the one tool we use to ensure that all of you are up to speed on what you need to know. And then, of course, once a week, you know, 10, 15 minutes, you'll want to jump on the LRINet that you're going to be setting up and make sure that you're up to speed on the communications that are being preloaded there. And again, you'll be able to tap into the iNet from your tablet as well. Okay, are there any surprises or any additional questions regarding the job description? Okay, let's go ahead and then move on. Okay. Again, Tammy, I can't hear or see you at this point. I just want to make sure you're doing all right. So if you do have questions, my chat is open and functioning well, as Cindy has been sharing with me. So I see it's working just fine. Mike, I don't think I can hear or see you either. So the same for yourself, please. And if I'm missing anybody else, please use the chat if your tools are not working. Okay, my friends, let's take a quick look at our LNR dress code. All right. Our LNR dress code is semi-casual. Oh, and Kenneth, thank you. Thank you. Kenneth just joined us. Yay. Welcome, Kenneth.
Am I late?
You're a little late, but you haven't missed too much, so don't worry about it. My name's Linda. Welcome to LNR New Hire Orientation. I'd like for you to try to get your video camera working and just jump in with us. Have a pen and paper handy for some notes. Have a beverage if you want to have something to drink while you're listening. Plan on about 5 more hours with us and just join in.
Pen and paper.
You can run and grab something if you want. No worries.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, Kenneth. Glad you're here. All right, so let's take a look at the dress code, you guys. We are, sorry, not sure why my camera's not working. I'm here. No problem, Mike. I know you're there. Thank you. All right, the dress code is semi-casual professional, meaning please don't go to your stores in your pajamas or in your sweatpants. And you might say, but I have a blouse on, you know, Linda, I washed my hair this morning. Yay. But no, we are semi-casual professional. So here we go. Top 3 bullet points. We do ask that you keep your hair, facial hair, nails in a tidy fashion and present yourselves in a clean, well-groomed manner. Please try to refrain from wearing any heavy colognes or perfumes. We just don't want to trigger anyone's allergies out there. And we work pretty closely with those customers shopping in the aisles. Please also refrain from wearing a baseball hat when you're on the store sales floor. That's not part of our dress code. Moving down to shirts and coats, acceptable includes polo shirts, blouses or collared button shirts with sleeves. Shirts and blouses need to cover the stomach area year-round. Sweaters, cardigans, and coats are all acceptable. T-shirts in good, clean condition, preferably with a rib finish neckline. We just don't want to see any holes or tatters around the neckline. Unacceptable includes pullover hoodie sweatshirts. Okay. Spaghetti strap tank tops. No, we just don't need to be revealing the undergarments. Any shirt with advertisements or slogans on them. We ask that you not be a walking billboard for your favorite beverage or cartoon or rock band. Just keep it really small, maybe a little Nike Swish, Adidas, Under Armour logo if you need to go that route, but nothing plastered across the front, please, or the back. All right. See-through tops, and of course, any top too low cut you'd want to refrain from wearing. Any questions on this category? Okay. Pants, skirts, and shorts. Acceptable include casual slacks. I list out the materials there for us. Dresses and skirts are acceptable. We do ask they be knee length or longer just because you're going to be squatting and bending over frequently. Jeans, well, most of your peers are going to be wearing jeans. You're welcome to wear cargo style, whatever style you really want to wear. They can be capri, mid calf length is fine. What we do ask of you is please ensure they are clean, neat, no holes or tatters. Even though that's a fashion statement out there right now, try to just wear the plain Jane, okay? And then also Bermuda length shorts are acceptable year round. That's the short that ends just above the kneecap. Okay. Tammy's asking me, telling me, can't use my camera, but I'm here and can see and hear everything. Beautiful, Tammy. Thank you for letting me know. Unacceptable for this category include short shorts, sweatpants, exercise wear, yoga wear, and leggings. Any questions in this category? All right, moving on, we have shoes. Acceptable, basically, you guys, please make sure your toes and your heels are covered year-round with your shoes. Try to wear a non-slip soled shoe. We don't require you to run out and buy that particular shoe, but it is recommended, right? Sometimes there are just slip hazards because you're in the back of the store. The fruits and vegetables have to wash down the floors. Florals sometimes have to wash down their floors. So you really want to wear some type of a safe sole. Tennis shoes are great. Go for it. All right. Unacceptable would include any open-toed or high heel shoe, flip-flops, Crocs, and sandals. Those would be unacceptable. Any questions on the shoe? All right. We are going to be providing you with an LNR name tag. It's coming to you. It looks like this. It has your first, and it used to have last name. I just got the approval from HR to discontinue using the last name, so it may just have your first name on it. It also has an LNR lanyard. You can either take it off the lanyard, clip it to your top, or of course, wear it around your neck. All right. It does need to be on you anytime you go to the store. Please have it on the outside of your upper garment so that your customers can see you, who you are, basically. All right, that's your name tag. And that is our dress code. Okay, any questions about it? Right. Color your hair, wear your jewelry, tattoos. I mean, we're pretty easy. Our restrictions are not many. We really just look for professionalism. Okay, let's move on then. We're going to take a look now at the tools that you're going to be using when you're in your stores. So let me grab my handy dandy items here for us. What we are shipping out to each of you, it's coming via UPS. You don't have to be home to sign for it. I generally recommend you're there, but you don't have to be, okay? Especially if you have a safe drop-off point for them. In this welcome kit, we are shipping you your tablet, a screen protector, a case. Now, FYI, some of you may not receive a case. We ran out of those in the warehouse. A new order comes in the end of this week. I oversee equipment as well as managing. So if some of you don't get it, don't worry. My team has your name on a list and we will be shipping you the case as soon as it comes in. Okay, charging cables are in there. We are also, oops, I forgot to grab that. We are also sending you in this welcome kit your new wireless Bluetooth Netum scanner. It'll come in a brown box. This is the old one. Has all the instructions, the cable cords, all the charging, etc. is there for you. Okay, then we are going to include an envelope. Sometimes it's just in the box and the envelope gets forgotten by my team. Sorry about that, but it does happen. We will be including several things in the envelope or just in the box. And those things will include a duster. So we're sending you, starting off with your own duster. We're sending you an LNR apron. We do not provide t-shirts here. We do a blue apron with our logo on it. Has great deep pockets in it. If you can see that in my picture screen, you can wear it around your neck or fold it in half, wear it around your waist. And it is optional. So those of you who don't want to wear an apron, don't panic. You don't need to. We like it if you would because it has our logo, but you don't have to. It's optional. All right. It does protect your clothing. I will tell you that. Okay, that's coming to you. We're sending you out a utility knife. So each of you will receive a new box cutter with a couple of blades in it. I have available to you a box of 5 replacement blades. So once you go through these, you can order the box of 5. We will ship it to you at no charge. Starting with the duster, the apron, the box cutter, these things I'll show you, you can reorder off of the LRINet. And my team will box them up and ship them to your homes at no charge to you. Okay, so these are supplies we will provide to you ongoing. Some of those other supplies we're going to give to you are permanent markers. So we're going to send you 2 permanent markers. You're going to find you're going to be writing notes on the outside of the cardboard boxes all the time. So we'll start you off with 2, and these are reorderable. Next, we use here at LNR. Oh, let me drop that a moment. These little guys, if you can see it in the picture, it looks like this. You just peel off the white section. This is called a Do-It, and it's what you're going to use to rehang your peggable product when your customer rips it off the peg and ruins the peg hole. All right, so this little Do-It will allow you to rehang the item. Okay, we will start you off with 1 bag of 100. Yes, go right ahead. Kenneth, do you play Kenneth or Ken?
Ken's fine.
Okay.
It's what all my golf buddies say. I'm Ken.
Okay.
I can't see anything that you're showing.
All right. So Ken, Michelle had that earlier, and Cindy recommended, do you see numbers down at the bottom with an arrow on your screen?
No.
Bottom left.
In the bottom left is what they just said.
No numbers.
No numbers. Maybe you have a toolbar that has more 3 dots. A lot of times it's in there and you can click on those 3 dots. Some people are on a phone. They actually have to click on my picture to open up the slides.
Your picture went away.
Okay.
It dropped from my screens too.
Michelle, you can't see the slide deck anymore?
I can see a slide deck. I can't see you.
Okay. Oh, you can't see me, so you can't see what I'm showing you. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, you went incognito.
I went incognito. That's a bummer. Let's see here.
On the left, excuse me, on the right-hand side, there is many pictures of each of us. And the 2 side arrows almost looks like a parenthesis. And it will say 1 of 4, 1 of 3 different pictures. And by scrolling through that, I found you, Linda.
Okay. That would work?
All I've got is what you need to perform the job.
Okay, so
The
you
screen
can't see me, but you can see the screen. At least you can see the slide deck. I'd recommend playing around with your toolbar. Can you see any people on your screen at all, Ken?
On the bottom, I've got an iPhone, so everything's on the bottom.
Mhm.
Pictures of it.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the iPhone, but do you have any arrows that you can do, or do you have an application called People?
Oh, now you appeared.
Okay, but now you can't see the slide deck?
No, still what you need to perform the job. And then you disappeared.
Oh, so you can only see one or the other.
Right? No, I can't see. No, all I see is what you need to perform the job. And then come back on the screen. Same thing.
All right, so you can see right now my slide deck, what you need to perform the job.
And your arrow going across it, yeah.
Okay, and can you see the list under that where it starts with LNR name tag?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's
Right.
the priority. So as long as you can see the screen, that would be my priority.
Okay.
All right, because that's where I'm going to itemize and show you some how-tos and so on. When I'm going to try to remember that you can't see some of these things. I'm still going to show them for the people who have visual to both. Michelle, are you seeing both my picture and the slide screen?
Yes, and it's a matter of the toolbars on top and then the ability to navigate on the bottom. If you just mess with those a little bit, things will pop up.
Right, but he's on his phone, and the phone can really be tricky with this training. In fact, when I get to the tablet, there may be some screens, Ken, that you won't see at all. So we'll have to see how that goes for you. Is there anybody else who's in a situation like Ken?
Maybe they will be viewable once you send the document out.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, Ken, do me a favor. Just keep it on the slide deck, please.
Okay.
Okay. Maria, yes, because he's on his phone. Right. Right. And I run into people on their phones who have issues seeing both many times, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to leave it at that, Ken. So just keep it on the slide, please. So do-its, my friends. I just showed you do-its. We will be sending you one bag of 100. My recommendation is reorder another bag of these within the next month. We're entering peak season. Okay. People are going to be starting spring breaks. They're going to be going on holidays. Oh, can I have someone go on mute? I'm picking up some background noise there. So if you just make sure you're on mute, we'll loosen that. Okay. Anyhow, do it. Make sure you stock up. You don't want to go to stores without these. That's the only way you're going to rehang your Peggable product. And then last but not least, we're sending you some blank business cards. The blank business card is coming to you because of this. We do not give your stores your personal contact information. Your field trainer should be introducing you to those key 5 people, but we are not giving them your contact. So use the business cards, give them either your email, your cell phone, your home phone, however you would like them to be able to contact you. All right. And that's what our reps use these business cards for. All right. So those are coming to you. That is what you should find in your welcome kit. Remember, you may not get a case because we ran out. However, if you do not, we will send that to you. Jordan's keeping a nice running list so she can ship them out to you. Other things that will come in handy out in the store. Again, please use the store's cleaning supplies when you're there. All right. If something breaks, like, you know, a bottle of cosmetics or something, make sure that you get assistance in cleaning it up. It might need to be double bagged, recorded by the receiver in the hazmat logbook, and put into the store's hazmat container. So there are things you do want to pay attention to. Don't send back broken glass to the warehouse, please. Just get rid of it there at the store. All right. When it comes to reaching up for things, the stores have step stools and low-grade ladders. You are welcome to use that type of equipment when you're in the store. You might need help to reach those upper shelves or upper pegs. Please, though, do not reach and grab boxes from above over your head and try to pull them down. Have the store assist you. We don't need any injuries when you're out there on the job. Also, please do not use store equipment like power jacks, anything mechanical, electric. We are not insured to touch the store equipment. All right, so just ask the store to assist you and move whatever needs to be moved so you can get to your pallet of equipment, or pallet of product or whatever it is you're needing. All right, receivers are real good about helping out. All right, and that is what you'll be using when it comes to equipment. Sometimes people ask me about how do I maneuver my boxes? You're welcome to use the store's grocery carts or the U-boats that are located in the back of the stores. Right? Load up your boxes onto those and push them on out to the floor. When you're done, please make sure you put them away. Some of you will use the cardboard balers in the back of the stores to smush the cardboard boxes that are shipped to you. Others on this call, well, you may be working in stores where they do not want you touching the equipment, and you'll learn that during your field training. Okay, Michelle, go right ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm the over communicator. I've seen many merchandisers carry their own little step ladder.
Yes, go right ahead. If you have your own little step stool or from something low from home that you want to use, I'd recommend put your name on it. But yes, you can bring that in with you if you'd like. Okay, you'll be receiving, most of you will receive a clear bag from us, like a backpack, if you will. Some of your stores will do a bag check before you enter, and then they will do a bag check when you leave. That's why we've started bringing in some of these clear bags, depending on the accounts that you service. So hopefully you'll have one of those bags if in fact you're working in those stores where they want to check your what you're bringing in and taking out. All right, so that's something to think about too. If you're fine carrying in your own bag, you carry your stuff in a backpack, a shoulder bag, whatever works for you guys is fine. Remember, you will want to have something, a means to attach your bag so it doesn't just go wandering off when you turn your back to the cart that you have it in. Maybe use those baby carrier straps to lock down your bag. Maybe bring in one of those big U-clips that, can clamp your bag to the U-boat handle. But just think about safety. You don't want your stuff to disappear.
And think about theft.
Yes, theft. Exactly. You never want to just lay down your tablet in your grocery cart and turn your back to it. People see a tablet and, hot commodity. They don't realize that it's only set up for L&R. So just pay attention to your surroundings, please. Okay. Any questions for me about what we've covered so far? Okay, moving on. Oh, most of you have experience on my call. We're going to miss that today. Let's talk about payroll. All right. This is really why you took the job, right? We take jobs because we want to get a paycheck. So let's talk about, Ken, are you asking me a question or are you saying you want to be paid? All right, you're asking me a question. Go for it.
Okay, quick question. Are the tablets Android?
The tabloids are Android, yes.
How about that?
That's a good thing, I'm guessing, right?
I don't know. Well, I don't know how to link to my phone if anyway.
Go to YouTube.
I needed to.
No, you really aren't even going to need your phone on this job. Unless you're out in the store and you want to call someone, but everything else that you're going to be taking care of during the course of your day, you'll be conducting it by using the tablet.
Awesome. Okay.
You can send messages to anybody who works for LNR and has a tablet. Using your tablet, you'll get notifications on your tablet. It'll clock all of your travel time, your mileage, and your in-store time.
So
Yeah.
it does the mileage. Does it now? What about the gas receipts and stuff? How does that work?
No, you're not going to be submitting gas receipts. So when you fill up your tank, that's on your own. You'll be receiving 41 cents per mile. That's for the mileage reimbursement. And then you get your hourly wage when you're traveling. Depending on which state you live in and the time of year, the time of the month that we're in, some of you may at a point in time receive what's called a gas inflation amount. I think the state of California, we're still offering that right now to most of the reps in that state. Other states, it's gone away. It's something that comes and goes depending on gas prices and the state that you live in. And if you want to know for sure if you're one who's going to receive it, you'll need to ask your district managers.
Okay.
But you can count on 41 cents per mile and your hourly wage when you're driving.
Okay.
Okay. If any of you are going through toll booths, or if you have to catch a ferry boat to get to your stores and you're paying for that, you'll need to discuss reimbursement, meaning expenses, with your district manager and how to handle it.
So for tax reasons, we would just need to record our collect our gas receipts and stuff.
Correct. That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on how your taxes are set up and what you need to provide, then yes, I'd recommend saving those. A lot of times you can record that you use your car for your personal car for work and you average X miles a month or whatever, and you can go that route. It just depends on which state you're in and how your taxes are set up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So here's how payroll is going to work for you. Here with LNR, we are paid weekly and it's on Thursday. If a major holiday falls on the Thursday, then you will be paid on Wednesday. So like Thanksgiving. All right. Your first paycheck, this will be coming, it will get cut next week for this week, but it will be mailed to you via USPS, so snail mail. And it will come to you as a paper paycheck. The first check is always a paper paycheck. The last check, if you ever separated with us, the final check is also a paper paycheck. After that, if any of you chose direct deposit, it's up to your bank if they got your direct deposit set up. And I'll let you guys know, banks have informed us sometimes it can take up to 3 weeks to have this set up. But if it's in place, then beginning with your second check, it would be direct deposited for you. All right. Otherwise, we'll probably have to go with a paper check again. If you selected the Wisely debit card, then the second week, your Wisely debit card gets loaded Wednesday evening and it's available for you Thursday morning. Okay. Anytime you want to research your payroll, so you want to look at a statement or a pay stub, you want to look at the taxes coming out, whatever that is, maybe you need to print it for some reason, you'll need to log on to ADP and then go into Myself, and then you'll find your pay information. Okay, it's all there for you. Now, dropping down to this paragraph here highlighted in yellow. The mileage reimbursement I just shared with you, that's 41 cents for everyone across the US. All right. And then on top of that, you get your hourly wage. When you're working in stores, it's your hourly wage. When you're working at home for some random reason, maybe you're doing some admin time at home for LNR, maybe you had to get on a team call at home, or maybe you had extra emails you needed to reply to from home. That's admin time, short for administration. You keep track of it And then you would jump onto your tablets, or this week you would get on your timesheet and you'll record it so that you get paid for it. And that would be your hourly wage. Now, let's talk about the 2020. I'm not sure if this was introduced to you when you were onboarding, but we have a 2020 guideline. It reads like this. The first and the last 20 minutes and 20 miles of your commute are not paid because this is considered an average commute time. So let me give you a couple examples so you know what this means. If you're leaving home and you're driving to your first store of the day, the 2020 applies. When you leave your last store of the day and you drive back home, the 2020 applies. But if you're going from store number 1 to store number 2, and then you check out of store number 2 and you're going to go work a third store of the day, there are no deductions when you travel from store to store. All right, so it's only the first route to your first store and home from your last store. Now, the example would be, let's say I'm leaving home, I'm going to my first store, and I'm going to travel for 25 miles, 25 minutes. I will be paid for 5 miles and 5 minutes. Because I exceeded the 20 miles and 20 minutes, they're going to deduct that, which means I will get paid the excess. 5 miles, 5 minutes. If I don't exceed one of those, so let's say I only drive 15 miles, 15 minutes, I'm not going to be paid on my way to my first store. I have to exceed 20 miles and or 20 minutes. Now I'm at my last store of the day and I'm driving home. The same applies. But let's say this time I drive 15 miles and it takes me 30 minutes. I'm not going to get paid for my mileage because I didn't exceed the 20 miles. However, I exceeded the 20 minutes by 10 minutes. So I will get paid for the 10 minutes that's excess over the 20. And that's what I would be paid for that commute home.
And how do you keep track of that?
Once you're on your tablet, it keeps track of it
Yeah.
for you. You don't need to worry about it. But my
Great.
friends, if you are traveling, let's say tomorrow you're going to drive and meet your field trainer tomorrow. You don't have your tablet yet. It's not activated. So you'll need to be recording manually in a notebook or a piece of paper somewhere what time you left home, what was your beginning mileage, what was your ending mileage when you got to the store, and what time was it. You'll have to manually keep track of your day until you go live on the tablet.
Got it.
And you're going to record that on the timesheet that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. Okay, Michelle, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm going to try and ask this so it makes sense.
Okay.
I get in my car, I drive to my first store. It only took me 15 minutes. So I haven't absorbed that 20 minutes. I go into the store and I'm working that first 5 minutes, not paid or paid?
Paid. Paid. It only has to do with your drive time
Okay,
and
okay.
your mileage.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Ken.
So I guess when we're at that store, we're able to log in on our laptop or on our tablet, and it automatically records our time.
Yes, that is correct. When you're on your tablet, you'll start your day at home and you'll drive to the store. And your tablet is keeping track of the time and the mileage.
Okay, start from home.
Start from home, yes, because you're getting paid. You're on the clock. Once you're ready to leave home, you're getting paid. Everything starts. So you start your day in your driveway in your car. When you get to your store, you'll check in, and that will take you off of mileage and travel time and convert you to in-store time.
All right.
And I'll show you this on your tablet when we get to that section today. Okay, and don't worry about seeing that, Ken, because I'm actually going to load it on the screen in front of you. I'll put the tablet screens on the device in front of you.
I have a question.
Sure, Lindsay, go right ahead.
I bring this up because it happened to me on my last job.
Okay,
So the same thing was told to me by my old manager, except we had a 40-40. So this is better than 40-40. So what happened was the map system on the iPad tracked my mileage, but it was not tracking my time because it didn't know when I got home. So what happened was if I was stuck in traffic and it took me longer to get home than, let's say, the amount of time on maps estimated my time,
correct.
I had to go into my tablet and manually adjust my end time.
Mhm.
Right, okay. So
Now, I
there-
didn't do that the first 3 months because my manager told me exactly what you just said, and I was ripped off hundreds of dollars because
yeah,
I
I'm
did not
sure.
adjust my time.
Right,
I just wanna know-
right.
Aware of that and how that is worked out.
Okay, so I would normally take you through that when we get to our third session today, but I'm going to answer your question right now. So first off, your tablet will know that you're home because there is a blue square on the tablet and you're on the screen, if you will, and you're going to tap on that. That is our end day button. So when you get home and you're in your driveway, you're going to tap on that blue square and you're going to end your day. That's how your tablet knows you are officially home and you're finishing up. So you'll tap on the end day, run a quick sync, and you're all through. All right.
So
So
what
your
if you
tablet
don't
more or less
go?
closes things out.
What if you don't go home? What if you have another job or appointment, or you go into the gym or the grocery store?
Sure. Then you'll be pausing your tablet while you go take care of personal business. And when you're back on your route to home, you will resume and finish your drive home. And then when you get home, you'll end your day. Okay, now to answer your other or to speak into your other comment regarding if you get stuck in traffic, okay, at that additional time you're sitting out there, maybe you get stuck for a train or whatever it is, you're going to be responsible to check a report that I'll be showing you. It's called a daily summary of time and mileage. You'll check it to make sure that it's recorded correctly. If it did not, you will forward that in an email to Cindy Beatty, our payroll analyst. You'll forward it to her and you will need to give her, okay, I sat at this train for an extra 30 minutes, so my travel time was actually from 8 to 9 a.m. versus what's shown on the report. So you'll need to give her the corrections to those discrepancies. She will then go into the system, make the corrections on your behalf, and send you an email to let you know it's been corrected. Okay, because yes, if you're just sitting stationary at an accident, your tablet thinks that route should only take you 30 minutes, but you sat there for an extra 15, it's not going to record all that extra time. So you will have to send the discrepancy email to Cindy.
Would that be done from your tablet?
Yes, you could. If you went into your emails, you could do that from your tablet, Michelle, yes. Or you can, do it from home. Wherever you're looking at that email, you can send it. But most of our reps use the tablet for everything. So yes. All right. Did I just help you out with your comments there, Lindsay?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Absolutely. And Michelle, you're good?
I'm good, thank you, Linda.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions so far? Or comments? Okay, Damara, I see your screen keeps freezing, so don't worry about it. Okay, just do what you need to do to jump back in.
Okay.
All right, and remember, I'll send you all 3 training decks after class today, so you can always filter through those if you feel like you missed a certain section.
Okay.
All right, but no worries. I know technology has a brain of its own.
Yes.
Okay, Ken, yes.
I got 5 million questions. So like a week and a half ago, I was supposed to get a tablet. It was supposed to be mailed out to me.
Yes.
I'm meeting my district manager this week to do field training. I
Right.
don't have that equipment.
Okay, and you shouldn't have it yet, Kenneth. So, or Ken, sorry. So the welcome kits, they went out into the mail and they're not due to arrive at anyone's home until tomorrow. Okay, they should not be arriving until the earliest tomorrow. Some of you, from what I checked this morning, will not get your equipment until Thursday.
Okay, but they're close.
Yes, and that's okay though, because your field trainer, they have access to the tracking number. In fact, they can even share that with you if you'd like. They can keep track and know when your equipment is coming in for you. If though your district manager wants your trainer to work with you tomorrow in the field, that's perfectly fine. You just need to track it all on the timesheet. And I'm going to show you that now, the timesheet. All right, so you'll be able to charge for all your travel time, even though you don't have your equipment, and that's true for anyone. Once you get your welcome kit, it'll have your tablet. You'll open up the activation link that you're going to receive tomorrow, and then you'll get it set up and go live. So you can start sooner than later. It's totally up to your field trainers. Maria.
So I have my tracking number from my welcome package, but it says that it doesn't have a date of when it's supposed to arrive here.
Okay, let me check on that during a break or after class, Maria, and
Okay.
I will let you know.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Tracking number question. Okay, I'll check on that. No problem. Okay. And Ken, while I'm in there, I'll just pull up yours and send you your tracking number. Because it sounds like you don't have it yet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, tracking number. All righty. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the timesheet. Please remember the timesheet is only for this week, and it's to be used for all of the things you're doing for LNR, all setting up your tablet, setting up your LRINet, any meetings you're on, any phone calls you're on, today's training, Treliant training, etc. will be recorded on this timesheet. Once you activate your tablets, that is when you will convert and start using your tablet, finalize, tally up your timesheet, send it to Cindy. So let's take a look at your timesheet. Yes, Ken.
All right, we're never gonna get done with this training.
It's
are we?
okay. You know what? It's all about you guys today. So everyone, we're all hanging in there with you.
Well, I was having issues with my Treliant sexual assault and racism and all that video or training.
Okay.
But I did complete it finally yesterday.
Okay.
So do I log that on this timesheet?
Yes, you do. I'm going to show you how. Yep. Because that's work you've done for LNR and we pay for that.
Okay.
Yes. So let's first start off with where are you going to find your timesheet? Your timesheet is located in your welcome to LNR email that each of you have received. It's an attachment titled LR timesheet. In that attachment, there are two tabs. One is blank and one is an example for you to refer to. All right. So you want to go to your welcome to LNR email to find your timesheet. Now, the timesheet is a legal document. It's an Excel spreadsheet. I recognize some of you may not have access to Excel. Don't worry about it. Contact your district manager and they can complete the timesheet on your behalf. You just need to give them the information they need to record for you. They'll record it. They'll send it to you so you have a final copy and you can bless it, and then they'll send it to Cindy. That's if you don't have Excel. You can complete this timesheet online if you have Excel. You can print out a copy, write in your documentations, and then you can even take a picture of it and email the picture of it to Cindy. You could fax it to her. You could scan it to her. Whatever means you have, if you can get it to Cindy on your own, go for it. Please just make sure it's legible. All right. Timesheets need to be sent to Cindy Beatty no later than this coming Saturday by 5 p.m., please. All right. Some of you will have a timesheet and you will have some time clocked on a tablet for this week. Because some of you might get your tablet set up on Wednesday or Thursday and your field trainer wants you in the field with them on Friday. So you're clocking your field time on Friday on your tablet. You still need to submit your timesheet to Cindy, please. Okay, Cindy's contact information is right here for you and it will be in your copies. Her phone number, her fax number, her email. FYI, Cindy does like email the best, but she'll take however you can send it to her.
I have a question.
Sure, go right ahead. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were waving your hand or blocking light. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Yes.
No worries, you're good. So when you're filling out the time card and then you end up going and filled, do you put, if you track it on your tablet, do you also fill it on the Excel sheet or do you, okay.
Nope, only one place.
Okay.
Okay, so if once you're on your tablet, keep it on your tablet. Don't put it on your timesheet, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, great question. Thank you for that. Okay, so again, you're mailing to Cindy Beatty. By the way, Cindy's first name is CYNDI, CYNDI. So if you ever send her an email, that's her first name, CYNDI. Okay, Lindsay, as an SFM, you'll be working probably a little closer with Cindy than some of the others. All right, again, Cindy's in Arizona, everyone. So if you do need to call her with a question, remember she's on Arizona time, which I believe is currently Mountain Time, if you Google it. Okay, let's talk about how you're going to fill this out. At the very top on the left side, please write in your first and last name. Moving to the right, you're going to include your LNR ID number, which you will also find in your welcome to LNR email. Okay?
It's your ID number, correct?
It is your ID number and it will begin with the letter I. The letter I. I don't think I have any returning reps on this call. No, so like Cindy Adcock, you are I-793. And everyone else, you are I, and then you're in the 800s. So that's what you're looking for in your email.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I, and then 3 numbers. Okay, that is your ID number, and you'll use that for a few different forms as you continue on your journey with LNR. All right, moving to the right, the week of, this is Monday's date. So on your timesheets today, I want you to write in 2-26, please.
Even
right.
if we did the videos last week, it just write 26.
Yep, go ahead and clock it for this week, please.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great question, Tamara. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, any work you did last week, some of you, it sounds like did some, clock it this week so you can get paid for it. Just put 226.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
Okay, all right, let's drop down to the first column on the left. All right, the first column is the date. Okay, so whatever date you did the work, that's the date you're going to put in the column. All right, let me start with Ken. So Ken, you said you did Treliant work yesterday. So you would write in 2-26-24 in your date column. All right. Then, my friends, because this will apply to all of you, you're going to put in the store number column the training code. And the training code is LR1123. LR1123. You're going to use this training code for Treliant training and for today, for your new hire orientation. And that is all.
Mm,
Michelle?
Linda, I worked last week with someone from Cork getting all of the paperwork. Is that gonna go on this time report?
It is not. That is considered your
Okay.
onboarding, so it is not paid time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
July training and what else?
Okay, so, and today, your new hire orientation class. Okay, those are the only two, and I'll give you your total training time for today at the end of class. So the way it's gonna work, you guys, is just like here on example. We're gonna put in the date, we're gonna put in LR 1123. Then you're gonna put in the city where you live. Okay? You're going to then move over to your in-store hours. In-store hours. I know that seems funny, but that's where you're going to record your Treliant training. If it took you 3 hours total, you can put in 3. If you did 1 video only so far, record it. Maybe it took you an hour, so you're going to put in the date and you'll put in 1 hour. And then maybe tomorrow you finish your last Treliant, so you'll record it tomorrow. All right? So you put in your in-store time. There's no drive time. And then these 2 columns, your in-store hours plus your drive time, equal your total hours worked. Just these 2. Then, and you guys, please tell me if I'm going too fast. Then I need you to jump over to comments over here on the right where I'm circling. And that's where you're going to write in for your Treliant compliance training. That's how Cindy knows what you were doing during that time frame. So she knows how to bill it. Okay, just put Treliant. The same for today. When you get ready after class today and you're charging for today, you'll enter 2-27. You'll write in LR 1123 as the store number. You'll put your home city down. You'll enter the time that I give you under in-store hours. Carry it over to your total hours worked. And then you'll come to comments and write in new hire orientation training. New hire orientation training. Those are the 2 that you'll code LR 1123.
Got it.
Okay. Again, if I go too fast, stop me, please. The furthest 4 columns while we're over here on the right, don't worry about them. X them out, leave them blank. You are not ever going to use these 4 columns, so just leave them blank, please. Okay, now my friends, let's jump back over to the date column. Some of you may have already set up your LR-INET. Tomorrow, some of you will set up your tablet. Some of you have already been on a phone call with your district managers or your field trainers. Okay, some of you may have already invested some time in reading your initial L&R emails that applied to getting ready for your training. That you need to keep track of. Take a guesstimate, because maybe you're just like, I think it was like 45 minutes I did, whatever it was. And you're going to put a date, like maybe 2/26 or today's date. And I want you to put in the store number column the word admin. That time, that setup of tablet, setup of INET, a phone call with L&R, with your manager, that is considered admin time worked. So you're going to charge it under storm number to admin. And then for the sake of not being for sure how to fill this out, anything you've already worked, lump it together, my friends, for admin. And go ahead and record it here in the in-store hours column. So if you've set up your INET and you've had a phone call, let's say setting up your INET took you 20 minutes, then you were on a phone call for 10 minutes with your new DM. That's a total of 30 minutes. Go ahead and clock it here in your in-store hours as one lump. Damara, you worked some time last week. go ahead and record it all as one lump sum under admin. Okay, now here's one thing I do need you guys to pay attention to, please. When you record time on a timesheet, only a timesheet, our timesheets are recorded in military time. So Cindy Beatty's been kind enough on the copies you have in your email and the example in front of you. She's given us a little cheat sheet down here in yellow. So for instance, 15 minutes equals 0.25, 30 minutes, 0.50, etc. And then she does say, please round up or round down. So for example, when you go to record your time that you've worked under in-store hours, if I work 30 minutes, I'm going to drop down, convert it to military time, come back up, and I would record 0.5 for 0.50. That equals the 30 minutes of admin time I worked. If I worked 15 minutes, I would record 0.25. If you're putting in a whole number, like for hours, let's say you worked 5 hours, you would just enter 5, no decimal needed. So this is military time, round up or round down when necessary. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
So I just want to make sure you can have 2 different categories for the same day. I can have the LR 1123 and admin on a different line for the same date.
100% correct.
Got it.
You got it, Cindy. Yes, that was Cindy. Yes, you're correct, Cindy. Okay. Now, my friends, if you record anything under admin, please note you also need to come to comments and explain to Cindy in bullet point, what were you working on? So for instance, I could write in set up LRINet, emails, phone calls. Just give her a brief description again so she knows what was being worked on. And that's for admin.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if you go out to a store and you're still on the timesheet this week, also in the store number column, you'll write in those store numbers. When you're done working your stores for the day, you can write in the word home. And they're here in the example for us. If we go to store 123 for our example, we'd say, okay, that store is located in Phoenix. So I'd write in Phoenix. How long was I in the store? Maybe I was in the store an hour and a half. Therefore, I would convert it to military, which means I'm going to record it as 1.5. My drive time. Did I exceed 20 minutes? If the answer is yes, what was my excess? If my excess was 10 minutes, so let's just say I drove 30 minutes, I would look down to the conversion chart, round up to 15 minutes, and I'm going to record 0.25 for my drive time. If I drove under 20 minutes, it would be a 0 that I would enter here. Because I'm not going to get paid. Because this is my first store of the day. And please remember to add these 2 columns when necessary and to get your total hours worked. Okay, now you guys, I drive to the second store tomorrow, 456, also in Phoenix. I'm in the store, hour and 20 minutes, I'll round up to 1.5. I have drive time because I drove from store 123 to store 456. No deductions, remember, when we drive between stores. So if I drove for 55 minutes, round up to 1 hour, and I'll record 1 hour solid of drive time, no deduction. And then just carry it over to your total hours worked. Okay, no comments needed. I'm working in stores, Cindy sees that. What we do need to do is please pay attention at the bottom of the timesheet. She is asking you to please tally up your hours for the week, your total hours worked for the week and your total mileage. And that's down here towards the bottom. So let me show you how to track your mileage if you're on a timesheet. Okay, again, this would just be for this week. So in the center at the top, we have another yellow column starting with 20-20 business mileage deduction. Here's how you're going to complete this. The first box is beginning. Under that is ending, then deduction, then total. This is for one day. My beginning is my beginning mileage. I walk out my front door, climb in my car, I look at my odometer reading. And that is the entire number I'm going to write into this blank where I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you guys have 300,000 miles on your car, write it in, please. Doesn't matter. Now, at the end of your day, when you get back home, you're going to record your ending mileage. All right, look at your odometer reading again. What's your ending mileage? This time I have 1324. All right, it's time for the deduction. In your deduction box, you will have a 0, a 20, or a 40 for miles. So what you need to pay attention to is when you drove to your first store, did you exceed 20 miles? If the answer is yes, there's your first set of 20 that you're deducting. If the answer is no, well, that's 0. Now I'm driving home from my last store. Did I exceed 20 miles? If the answer is yes, there's another 20 that I have to deduct. So 20 plus 20 equals 40 for the day. So I would write in 40 miles of deduction. If, my friends, I only drove over 20 miles to the first store, but not home from my last store, I would only deduct 20 miles.
Can I call you on Sunday afternoon?
On Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid not. I'm actually going on vacation. But guess what? Michelle, you can call your district manager. It's
Sorry.
okay. It's all right. And I might be in a position where I could answer, but I'm not going to promise you. I actually leave on this evening. I'm flying out. So this is a bad week for me. But if you send me something in text, I might be able to help you out. But you have your district manager and they can help you out with all of this.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. But it's okay. I really do want to answer you. So it's all right to reach out. Yes, Ken.
What if I'm never gonna have those miles? Can I just leave it blank?
No, you may not. Not on a timesheet. If you're not going to have any mileage, you're still going to put a 0. Because otherwise Cindy's going, well, did he drive anything? Did he exceed the 20 miles? Did he drive home? Like, she's not going to know. She's going to have to pick up a phone and call you and find out what's going on. So no,
Well,
you have to put in your beginning mileage. You have to put in your ending mileage if you drive this week and you're still using your timesheet. And then you'll need to let her know a deduction. If you did not exceed 20 miles to your first store and you did not drive over 20 miles home, you're going to put a 0 because there's no deduction. If you drive over 20 miles, did you drive over 20 miles, both of those routes, then it's 40-mile deduction. If it was only
So-
one of those routes, it's a 20-mile deduction.
So let me get this right so I can figure out how this.
Okay,
will
Ken.
work. If it's anywhere between anything after 40 miles for me, would that be a deduction after 40 miles? Because
No.
20 back.
Right, but you have to look at it as separate compartments because it applies, the deduction applies when you drive from home to your first store and then again from your last store home. Okay, so you don't want to say, did I drive 40 miles for the day? Because if you drove in between stores, you get paid for that without any deductions. So it's only those 2 routes. So let's back up a moment. I leave home, I drive to my first store. Did I drive over 20 miles? If the answer is no, there's 0. If the answer is yes, there's a 20-mile deduction. Now I wait until the end of my day and I'm driving home from my last store. Did I drive over 20 miles? If the answer is no, it's a 0. That means I had 0 for both of those routes. I'm going to deduct 0.
But in between stores, in between stores, I'm just getting paid hourly.
That is, you're getting paid hourly and you're getting full mileage, no deduction. Even if you only drive 3 miles from one store to another store, you get paid 3 miles. The deduction only applies to your first store of the day and home from your last. It doesn't impact anything else during the day.
Okay.
Does that help, or you still, do I still have you confused?
No, just be patient with me. I've got a brain injury, so it takes me a time sometimes to kind of get it all together. But I think
sure.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I think I figured it.
And you guys really, honestly, I mean, if you send me a text and ask for help, I'll be keeping an eye on my phone. So that's not a problem. And then your district managers, I mean, seriously, if I'm gone, I always pay attention to my phone. But your district managers are also very well versed on this. And I've even taken your field trainers through this. So you should have people around you who can answer you while I'm out. All right. Don't be afraid to give them a shout for anything. That we want you guys to be successful. All right, great questions. Anything else while we're on this mileage piece? All right, so sorry, Michelle, I missed that. What was it?
At the beginning when I giggled, if you try and print this page, good luck.
Oh, really?
Oh gosh, it's not just file print. You have to go into the page setup. Then you have to, it's awful. I thought I wasn't gonna make it.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it's how your printer's set up, maybe.
No, it's all about Excel, the program, and how you direct the traffic for printing.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Michelle. So it sounds like you're usually, yep, somebody said 2 pages. I've had it print on 2 as well myself. But so it looks like you got it though, right?
I did. I thought I could do
hooray. Hang in there with us. We'll get you across the finish line, I promise. One way or the other, we'll get you there. All right, my friends, do me a favor then. You just want to tally it up. So you do the math, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. In my math in front of you, I used a 40-mile deduction, and that gave me 50 miles for that particular example of a day that I would get reimbursed for. So if I wanted to go one step further, I'd multiply it by my 41 cents, and then I'd have an idea of what I just made from my mileage. Okay, again, there's a grand total down here at the bottom for total mileage. And then before you send this to Cindy, sign it at the bottom and date it, please. And that is your timesheet for this week. All of you will have a timesheet for at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Once you go active on your tablet, that's when you stop the timesheet, tally it up, send it to Cindy, and jump on your tablets. Okay, I see a thumbs up. Thank you, dear. Any other questions? I spend a lot of time here because it's your payroll. And you know, when we're messing with pay, I want to try to do my best to make sure that we're all in the clear and kind of understand what we're doing here. All right, again, you do have people around you. If you have questions, please reach out to them. In the packet that I'm going to email to you later today, it's just a reminder of Trey Lyant how you're charging it on your timesheet. You have 7 days in total to complete it, which means obviously it needs to be done this week. The email it's coming to you from is do-not-reply@Treliant.com, and the subject line is Treliant Compliance Training. There are 2 videos that have to be completed. You get to charge for your time to complete both, and they don't have to be done simultaneously. All right, so that's your Treliant. Next, this more instructions. Next is that new hire checklist I referred to at the beginning of today. So I'm going to send you the breakdown for this week. The green dollar signs, that's how you're going to record them on the timesheet, which is under LR 1123. The purple dollar signs means you're going to charge them on your timesheet under admin as the customer number. And they're letting you know what we pay for. And it just breaks it down like I've already identified for you: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You might take care of some of these tasks on an opposite day. That's fine, just so long as you work through the checklist. All right, so this is a good tool. Maybe come Thursday or Friday, you want to open up this checklist and just a sec, Michelle, and just look through it and go, okay, yep, I took care of that. Okay, everything's done. And then FYI, over here to the right where it says click here, those links will work for you. So click on the link, it'll take you to the file or it'll take you to the document, whatever it is, once you open the new hire checklist. Michelle, go right ahead, hon.
Over communication, sorry. I did both videos, but I only received one certificate for, doesn't matter. I only received one certificate. Does that work as both?
No, you should have received a completion certificate for each one.
Okay. Okay, I did it wrong.
So maybe go back in and ensure that it shows that it's completed. If you open it, it should say that it's already been completed. All right. If it tells you it's been completed, don't worry about it, because that means an email was sent off to HR and they know you're done. But if it doesn't say that, you're going to need to get back into it and finalize. All right. So no, you should have 2 certificates. Okay, Ken?
I got one that said completed for 5,200 credits or something.
Right, for your Treliant?
Yeah, that's all the only one that I got to myself.
Okay, you didn't, but as far as you've successfully completed, you should get a certificate saying that when you finish each video. Did you not get that? Did you do 2 videos?
I did one that was like probably a little over 30 minutes long.
Okay, and then there's also one that's about an hour.
Oh no, I don't know about that one.
Okay, so you need to.
I didn't get a notification to complete that one.
That would be, that would be in the same email. So one email has 2 different videos in it. So you'll want to log back in and you should see one more video sitting there that you need to complete.
Okay.
Okay, have another look, please. And if you still can't find it, let us know.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Yep, Cindy says she received her 2 completion emails. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and you should. I just did a bunch of Treliant. I just had to do 11 of them. After every single video, I get a notification I've completed it. And yours is set up the same way. All right, so use your new hire checklist to be sure you've completed everything. All right, it'll be a real helpful tool for you because I know there's a lot of correspondence coming your way this week. Next, benefits. All full-time and part-time L&R employees will receive a 401k. That's your retirement plan. All right. If, however, you do not want to have it, that's perfectly fine. You'll need to log into ADP and you'll need to complete the opt-out form. All right, ADP, opt-out form of 401k, and then you won't have it. This needs to be completed by day 30 from your hire date, because on day 31, your 401k goes into play. It's active. That's if you don't want it. If you want a 401k, just watch the emails that are coming to you from benefits and you can make your selections. We also have the benefit information posted in ADP, so you can go and read through it if you'd like. Those of you who are full-time, and I have a few of you on the call today, we do offer, and this is for full-time and part-time, but you have to make your selection for 401k a little sooner than later. A monthly benefits overview session is hosted by LNR the second Tuesday of every month at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. You would use this link that I'm providing to you, and it will take you right into the session. You do want to be on time. Don't be late, please. The session lasts about 45 minutes, give or take, depending on questions. But in this session, it's a wonderful session. They'll take you through the different packages. You can ask questions about your benefits, etc. So I usually encourage people, especially full-timers, to try to get on one of these calls. But again, everything is available in ADP, as well as multiple emails will start coming to you from benefits. All right. Okay, so that's your benefits. Next, general safety rules. I'm not going to take you through all these rules. You can read them when you get the deck. The main one I want to highlight for you is use common sense in performing your duties, right? Don't get up on a tall ladder that you could fall off of. Don't pull heavy boxes down over your head. Many of our boxes weigh about 40 pounds, my friends, so no need to be pulling them over your head. Bend your knees when you pick them up, etc. Please pay attention to this. Any unsafe conditions and injuries are to immediately be reported to your district manager, your area manager, or your regional manager. Please don't wait 3 days and now you have a softball on your ankle, right? If you injure yourself, respond to someone, please notify them. There are forms that we might need, pictures, we might need a statement. There's information we may need to gather in order to help you out. But it's up to you to let us know. Okay, so these 3, area, district, or regional, if you can't get them, of course, you can always call HR. But let someone know if you get injured on the job, please. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave the rest to you to read when you get the deck. I do want to introduce WorkStep to you. WorkStep is something that you're going to want to put into your personal phones or make note of at home for your emails. Here is the telephone number. It's going to be sent to you via text and email, but it's only necessary to complete one of those. This is a survey method that LNR as a company uses. So it doesn't matter if you're in merchandise or warehouse or sales, this will come to you. We send it out to our employees at day 7, 30, 60, 90, and 180. And then after that, one time a quarter. The reason we use WorkStep is we're interested. We need to know what's working, what's not working, what do you like, what do you dislike. The surveys take about 60 seconds a piece, and then all of us can fill it in confidentially, or we can attach our name, whatever we want. All right. Typically, it will begin, the communication will say, hey, Linda, don't forget to share your confidential feedback on how your X number of days have gone with LNR. And then you go through the questions, supply whatever answers you want to supply. The questions do vary based on the time frame. So your questions for day 90 will be different than those at day 7. Right? WorkStep. So again, please hang on to this number so when you get it, you don't instantly delete it wondering, it's probably a scam number. No, it's LNR just trying to gather some information. Okay, moving on. We're getting close to break, my friends. We have a piece here This is our YouTube channel. I have a merchandise YouTube channel, which is something that I use regularly to post very quick how-to videos. I have a video on a day in the life as a field merchandiser. I have our mission statement videos posted there. I encourage all of you at some point in time, and especially Lindsay, you're going to want to be aware of what's on here because you're new hires down the road. I would recommend that you point them towards this. I would recommend you jump on it, see what's there, maybe watch some of the short clips, the playlists. Just another tool to help you out as you get started. Again, they're like 50 seconds to 2-minute videos, roughly. How to start your day, how to end your day, how to check into a store, how to enter admin on my tablet, etc. All right, so that is our YouTube channel. In fact, I have someone updating it today because last week I went out and made 9 new videos, so those are being posted today. All right, here is a page for each of you with some new names, emails, and phone numbers that could come in handy down the road. Again, I'll send you this list. Here's HR's information with their email. Here is employee benefits email, and yes, these two use the same email. 401k information. We do have an open and honest hotline should you have something personal that you need assistance with. We have a chain sales support, that's CSS. They are our help department. If you ever need extra assistance, like you need to track down a missing order or you need help with an invoice, you still need to go through your district managers first, and they will then reach out to CSS. The same goes with my tech team. If you need help from my team, you'll need to go through your DM first so they can submit the proper forms. We have payroll. Here is all of Cindy's information again for you. And then payroll. So Lakeisha oversees payroll. And she and Catherine oversee this email, payroll@LRDIST. My friends, here's when you would go to payroll. If you have questions with your check, if you need something set up specifically, like some of our employees have a garnishment they need to set up, that's fine. If there's discrepancy in your check, those questions need to be directed to payroll, not to Cindy. Cindy is the front side before you get paid. All right. She's the inputter. She's that analyst. She's helping you make sure the discrepancies are cleared up before it goes to payroll and your check is cut. So she's on the front side, payroll's on the back side, please. And here's my contact for down the road, just in case. I get calls from new hires all the time, even day 90, day 180, they're reaching out with questions. So don't hesitate, give me a shout, give me an email, whatever that looks like. All right, hold on to this page, please. And this, my friends, concludes our first of the 3 sessions today. This was our longest. We are going to move into our first 15-minute break where you get to get up, wiggle, jiggle, rehydrate, do the cartwheels and somersaults around your house to get your blood flowing, right? Before I let you take your break, though, do you have any questions or comments for me about the content we've covered? No, everyone's good right now. All right, good deal. So go rest your brains, my friends. Come back to me in 15. I recommend you not disconnect, but I do encourage you to be on mute just in case you have a personal conversation at home. That way you're not inviting all of us into your personal conversation. So hit that mute button, enjoy your 15. When we come back, we're going to jump into Merchandising 101 for about an hour. Okay, I'll see you then.